Hi students. So today we are going to see signal conditioning. So in our last lecture we have seen what is signal and various types of signals we have seen. So next part is signal conditioning. So in this presentation we are going to see what is meant by signal conditioning, then signal conditioning process, then functions of signal conditioning equipments, then protecting devices used for circuits, then filters, amplifiers. So all these things we are going to see in this presentation. So now let us see what is meant by signal conditioning. The output signal from sensor of a measurement system has to be processed in some way to make it suitable for next stage of operation. So we have seen that we have used sensors and transducer to capture a signal, and we are converting that signal into another readable form. So the output that we get, that should not contain any unwanted signals, or that signal can be used for next stage of operation, or that signal can be increased, or that signal can be boost. So these things comes under signal conditioning. So this change can be referred as signal conditioning. Definition: signal conditioning may be defined as the process of modifying the output signals from transducer into usable and satisfactory signal using amplification, attenuation, then linearization, or multiplication by another function. So we can carry out these four things under signal conditioning. Now let's see signal conditioning process. So what are the functions of signal conditioning process? Then protection, it should allow protection, then getting signal into right type of signal, then getting signal of signal right, then eliminating or reducing the noise. Then functions of signal conditioning equipments. So the signal conditioning equipment should allow amplification, it should allow modification or modulation, so it should allow impedance matching, it should allow data processing, and it should allow data transmission. So these are the various functions for signal conditioning equipments. Then next is protection devices. So there are various protection devices are used. First one is fuse. So everybody knows what the fuse is used for, or what is the function of fuse. So when the voltage exceeds certain value, then the circuit should be breakdown, or circuit should be stopped. So for that reason fuse is used. So the fuse won't allow current to pass through circuit when the voltage exceeds certain value. That is the use of function, that is the function of fuse. Then series of resistors. So we can have a series of resistors, and we know the equation that I is equal to V upon R, that is current is equal to voltage upon resistance. Next, Zener diodes. We have studied diodes. We know that diode only work in case of forward bias, but the difference is that Zener diode also work in reverse bias. So Zener diode will work in reverse bias. So it will allow the backward current. Next one is opto isolator. So symbol of Zener diode you can see here, and this is the opto isolator. So opto isolator is a electronic component that transfers electrical signal between two isolated circuits by using light. So opto isolator prevent high voltages from affecting the system receiving the signal. So that is the function of opto isolator circuits. So opto isolator circuit consists of an LED and a photo transistor. Next thing is filters. So filtering is a process of removing unwanted components of a measurement while permitting the desired component to pass. So basically a filter is a electronic circuit which can pass or stop a particular band of frequencies through it. Now the band of frequency which will pass through the filter is called as pass band, and the band of remaining frequencies is called as attenuation band. So now you can see here the filters are classified in these four types of filters, like high pass filter, low pass filter, band pass filters, and band stop filter. So now let's see first of all the high pass filter. You can see here in the figure the function of high pass filter. So these types of filter which passes only high frequencies through them, and they reject all low frequencies below the cutoff frequency. The high pass filter is differentiating network, and it also called as the lead network because it will cause a phase lead in the output signal. So that is the functionality of high pass filter. Next is low pass filter. In case of low pass filter, these are those filters which pass only low frequencies through them and which reject all high frequencies above the cutoff frequencies. So low pass filter also called as lag network because it causes a phase lag in the output signal. The next one is band pass filter. So in case of band pass filter, this filter passes a band of frequencies through them and reject all other frequencies to pass through them. And last is band stop filter. So in this type of filter, these filters reject a band of frequencies to pass through them and allows the other frequencies to pass through them. That is the difference between band pass and band stop filters. So you can see the four types of filters here. And next one is amplifier. So they are also called as operational amplifier, op amps amplifier. So basically why these are called as operational amplifiers, because previously the amplifiers are used to carry out some mathematical or to solve some mathematical problems like summation, subtraction, multiplication, division, integration. So that's why amplifiers all called as operational amplifiers. So now amplifier is a integrated circuit which will consist of various resistor, capacitors, transistor, and you can see in the figure that there are 5 terminals you can see here in the figure. So at the left hand side, these are the input terminals, V plus and V minus. Okay, these are the input terminals for amplifiers. The other 2 terminals you can see here, Vs plus and Vs minus, these are called as power supply terminals. And the last terminal, that is V out, that is the output. So we will get the output from V out. So we are going to supply voltage at this end, V plus and V minus, and V out will get the amplified signal. So the function of amplifier is to amplify or to increase or to boost the signal. Generally the amplification is calculated in terms of gain. So how much the gain is there for the particular amplifier. So the formula for gain is, it is V out divided by V in, that is voltage at output terminal divided by voltage at input terminal. That's how the gain is calculated, and generally the gain is in terms of 10 raised to 5 or 10 raised to 6. So now in case of a simple, or in case of general talking, the V out voltage can be calculated by a simple formula like gain multiplied by V1 and V2, where V1 minus V2, these are the input supplies to the amplifier. So again I repeat, voltage out at output terminal is equal to gain multiplied by this V1 minus V2. So that is the formula to calculate the amplified signal at V out. And there are 5 types of amplifiers you can see here: inverting, then non-inverting, then summing, then integrating, and then differentiating amplifiers. So the amplifiers, op-amp amplifiers, we are going to see in detail in our next presentation. So this was just introduction to amplifiers. What is amplifier, what function is there for the amplifier, what are the various terminals of amplifier, what is the gain, how to calculate the gain. So that we have studied. So you can see here one more thing, plus and minus. So in case of this plus terminal, this is also called as inverting input, and in case of minus terminal, it is called as non-inverting input. So in case of plus,